Hi there. In this video, we'll be covering how to get published as a writer. Taking the next step as a published author can build your credibility and connections, but it will take some work to cross that bridge. By the end of this video, you will learn the importance of research, the power of your network, and why you need to be patient when trying to make it as a published writer. And stay tuned until the end of the video for a free opportunity. Let's dive in. The first thing to consider when trying to become a published writer is to do your research. What does it mean to get published in the places where you're trying to get published? What are the submission guidelines? What are the topics that they're typically interested in publishing? Who are some of the people who have been published by them, and what do they write about? Writing is all about reaching an audience, and because of that, you need to make sure that the publications that you're targeting are focused on that audience, that you are the writer and the message that this audience needs. That you're filling a gap that isn't currently being filled. Maybe you're reading some of the other essays and articles and writings that are being published by these outlets and recognizing where there's a gap, where there's a missing piece, where there's something that you can provide. That's really what this is about. So that research, that foundation of research is so crucial. In life, and especially with writing, it really comes down to who you know and what you know. And sadly, who you know often wins out. People are inclined to give opportunities to people they've connected with, people they know. Maybe there's a way to connect with people who work at these publications. If you're talking to the editor who reads through these submissions and figures out what to publish, you want to become a friend of that person or a friend of a friend. You want to connect with them somehow. That your network is a huge opportunity because it's going to allow you to see opportunities. It's going to allow you to recognize when there's a need. Maybe people in your network on LinkedIn are writing about the need for a writer for a specific topic. Maybe there's an opportunity or connection that's going to come about because of your LinkedIn connections or your network. Think about your network and think about the people that you're surrounding yourself with and how they can benefit you to give you credibility to be in those spaces, to be in that room. Because a connection, a handshake, a cup of coffee, a relationship is going to pay dividends down the road, and being able to be in those spaces is going to allow other people to think of you and keep you in mind. So when they have a topic that comes up, maybe they reach out to you and say, hey, I'm interested in the column about this. Are you able to write it? Maybe it comes the opposite way. Instead of you pitching things, maybe they pitch to you. Maybe they know what you're looking for and reach out to gauge your interest. So it's great to build those connections. Connections are a huge part of establishing yourself as a writer, and it's great to be able to connect with people in those spaces and help yourself along. A big part of this process is being patient, sticking with it. It's so easy to face rejections and give up, but I see rejections as opportunities for something else, maybe for something better. Getting rejected means you can focus your attention in other places. Maybe there's another outlet or a publication that is interested in the essay or article you're writing or a piece of content that you're working on. I think it's great to be able to stick with it and keep going. This isn't just one rejection and that's it, but you want to keep going with it. You want to see how far you can go with it, and it's exciting. It's exciting to fight through those, and for me, the rejections make the acceptances so much sweeter. Being able to get to that finish line and get to that mountaintop of someone saying yes and publishing your work, it makes every step in the journey, and it makes all of the struggle worth it. You really want the struggle to be worth it, and the more you can do to stay positive, even amid the setbacks and frustrations, the stronger it's going to feel, the more exciting it's going to feel when someone finally says yes. If you want to learn more about how to get published as a writer, you definitely want to check out the next video. I'll link to it on the screen. It's called How to Write a Book and Get It Published. In that video, I talk about some of my favorite writing tips. I talk about the purpose behind the topic that you pick, how to stay motivated and on track with your writing, talk about the paths to publication. It focuses on books. So I know that publishing is not always about books, but I think a huge part of it is about books. And if you're interested in broadly publishing, I think you're definitely going to be interested in book publishing as well, and the writing process and sharing your message. Remember, a good book can change your life. I'm Dan Good. Thanks for watching.